Hold everything in your hands loosely. Otherwise, it hurts when God pries your fingers open. Corrie ten Boom. Welcome to another episode of King Me Ministries podcast. It does continue to be an adventure to share what God is uncovering for me in His Word, and it's an honor for me to share that with you. If you are liking the podcast, give it a share, let other people know what we're doing, and would you consider leaving a review? Now let's get right into it. Now, there's a story that I tell a lot, or have in the past. It's a story of a man who's super wealthy, and before he dies, he tells his family that he wants them to take all of his wealth and convert it into gold, and then he wants them to bury it with him. And the story goes that when he dies and he stands before St. Peter at the entrance of heaven, St. Peter looks at him, then he looks at the gold that he's trying to drag in, and he looks back at the man, and with a curious look, he says, "Why did you bring all this pavement with you?" That story, it serves as a reminder for me that the things that we run after the most on this earth, well, that's the stuff that our feet are going to walk on one day in heaven. What we run after, the gold, the wealth, is nothing more than pavement in heaven. Jesus makes a profound statement in the book of Matthew. He says, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, for where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." Men are shaped by the things that they love. Think about that. Look into the life of any man. Dig around and find out what it is that he really loves. Not the things that he says he loves, but the things that he really loves. It is those things that shape a man. Eugene Peterson puts Jesus' words this way. He says, "Don't hoard treasures down here where it gets eaten by moths and is corroded by rust, or worse, stolen by burglars. Stockpile treasures in heaven where it is safe from moth and rust and burglars." It's obvious, isn't it? The place where your treasure is the place you will most want to be and end up being. Jesus is wrapping up his Sermon on the Mount here, and he's saying that there is another economy that most of us never even consider. We think this life is all that there is, and that's why far too many people buy into the lie that the man with the most toys wins. Peter himself echoes this thing that Jesus is teaching. He says, "Friends, this world is not our home, so don't make yourself too cozy in it." He's saying, don't invest in things here on earth. Don't invest in the earth. Don't put all your eggs in this basket.